Hello learners, I am Parikshit and welcome to a very exciting session on Unacademy CAT-alyst. In today's session, we are going to talk all about CAT 2022. Everything in details. The topics, the strategies, the books, how you're going to prepare, how much time needed to prepare for the CAT, expected percentiles, cutoffs, the best colleges, and do you go for self-coaching? I mean, study all by yourself, or should you join a coaching institute? Pros and cons. So this is the only video that you need to watch to clear all your queries about the upcoming CAT 2022 examination. Let's get started. So this is me, Parikshit Saikya, your educator on Unacademy with the highest live class ratings. Thanks to my learners. New batches are starting on Unacademy in the next few days. If you wish to enroll on any of these batches, remember to use the code which is there on your screen, Parikshit Live. For this, you need an Unacademy Plus subscription. And if you need discounts, the code on your screen, Parikshit Live, can give you maximum discounts as well as free mentorship from my side. Let's get started with this very exciting session. Okay, CAT 2022, all that you need to know, right? CAT 2022. Now, first thing first, I'm going to talk about the CAT paper, right? The CAT exam paper. I'm going to divide the paper into two categories, okay? So, up till 2019, and then the last 2 years, 2020 and 2021, has been a year of pandemic. So the paper pattern has changed slightly. So you need to know about the changes. But can you tell me which, I mean, is 2020 or 2021 important for 2022? We don't know. Probably 2022 November, that's when the CAT exam is held. Things turn to normal and we are back to the pre-2020 pattern. Hence, it is essential that you need to know about both the patterns. Now, up till 2019, the CAT paper was divided into three sections. You had something called VARC. Okay, I'm going to tell you everything about it. You have the second section as LRDI, and you have a third section as Quants. Fine. Now, hear me out. I'm going to tell you about the subjects and the contents later on. But first, just hear me out about the structure of the exam paper. VRC used to be a 60-minute paper, 60-minute section, 60 minutes. Okay. LRDI again 60 minutes, and Quants is again 60 minutes. So basically, you had CAT as a 3-hour paper. A 3-hour paper. The order cannot be defined by you. So first is VRC 60 minutes, next 60 minutes LRDI, and next 60 minutes is Quants. How many questions? In VRC, you had 34 questions. 34 questions. In LRDI, you used to have 32 questions. And then in Quants, 34 questions. Correct? So this gives a total of 100 questions. If you add them, a total of 100 questions, okay, to be solved in 3 hours. 100 questions in 3 hours. Fine? Okay. Now, how has the paper structure changed in 2020 and 2021? Remember, the last 2 years have been the year of the pandemic. So, in both these years, the number of sections have remained the same. It is still VRC, it is still LRDI, and it is still Quants. Correct? How many minutes? Yeah, that has undergone a change. Now VRC is for 40 minutes. LRDI is also for 40 minutes, and Quants is also for 40 minutes. How many questions? Now, unlike the previous years, okay, up till 2019, we knew VRC at 34 questions, LRDI 32, and Quants 34. This year and the last year, this number of questions is a surprise. CAT doesn't tell you in advance. CAT doesn't tell you in advance. But how many questions? You can expect anywhere between 20 to 23 questions. 20 to 24. I think that would be a reasonable assumption to make here. This year, we'll expect between 20 to 24 questions in VRC. Similarly, in LRDI, 20 to 22, a bit less, a couple of questions less. And in Quants, again 20 to 24 questions. Okay, that's the paper structure of the CAT. That's the paper structure of the CAT. Now, having known that, what is the marking scheme? What is the marking scheme? For every correct answer in both the years, in fact, this holds true for every year. Every correct answer would fetch you +3. Every wrong answer would give you -1. And every unanswered question, no marks. Unanswered question is absolutely no marks. Okay. So correct 3 marks, wrong -1, and unanswered is 0. What you got to realize is, in every year, be it up till 2019 or we are looking at 2020, 2021, you have approximately 2 minutes per question. Approximately 2 minutes to solve per question. Correct? This is the ideal time. 2 minutes includes the time you take to read the question and then solve it. So you'll take some time to read the question and then solve it. Everything is included in this 2 minutes. But don't bother, this is just an ideal number. And remember, you still have 1 year in hand. So this is very much doable, provided you know the correct tricks. Right? Okay. Now you know about the paper structure. Next, what am I going to talk about? Next, what I'm going to talk about is the marking scheme. What I just showed you is the absolute marking. Okay, correct mark, wrong marks, unanswered. But more than that, what is required for you to understand is the absolute marks are converted to a percentile format. The absolute marks, okay, whatever is your total score, it will be converted. You will not get your final results in terms of a total score. Rather, what is important is percentile. What is important is percentile. So some conversion will be done and your score is converted to a percentile. What is the meaning of a percentile? Let's take an example. As an example, if you get 90 percentile, remember it's not percentage, it is percentile. If you get 90 percentile in the CAT, it means you have scored better than 90% of the students who wrote the exam. Again, you got 90 percentile. It means you have scored better than 90% of the candidates who wrote the exam. So out of the 300 marks, let's say CAT is for 300, whatever the marks is. Let's say CAT is 300 marks. Out of 300, you might have scored just 20 marks. Fine. Total is, let's say, 20 marks. Okay. You got only 20 marks. Probably you might be thinking, so less. But if this 20 marks, as an example, let's say is 99 percentile. What does it mean? You have fared better than 99% of the population who wrote the CAT exam that year with you. That's what is required. So it's not, what is CAT not about? CAT is not about absolute performance. CAT is not about absolute performance. It is not just what you do. That is important, but not dependent only on your performance. Rather, what is important is it's a relative comparison. How you perform compared to other candidates who wrote the exam. Correct? So there's no meaning when you say the paper was tough or the paper is easy. If the paper is tough, the cutoffs will be low. Correct? Everyone will get less marks. But if the paper is easy, everyone is going to get easy marks, is going to get high marks, and hence the percentile needed, let's say to get a 99 percentile, will also go up. So it makes absolute no sense to talk about the difficulty level of the paper. What only makes sense is how well are you prepared and how your performance is compared to your competitors. That's what matters in the CAT. Right? Okay. Now, generally, the competition to the CAT is very high. Competition is very high. Okay. What I told you now till now is the exam structure and the marking scheme. Let's talk about the competition and some more details about the CAT. Some more other details about the CAT. Okay. Now, why is CAT considered to be very tough? Why is the CAT exam considered to be very tough? The reason is very simple. Okay. What is the reason? The reason is on an average, okay, 2.4 lakh students, 2.4 lakh students write the CAT or register for the CAT every year. 2.4 lakh students register for the CAT every year. For the CAT per year, per year. So the paper is not difficult. The questions are not difficult. The syllabus is not difficult. What is difficult is the competition out here. 2.4 lakh students targeting a few top B schools. Targeting a few top B schools. That's where the problem lies. Okay. Which are the topmost B schools? Probably I'll take a separate session for that. But for the moment, you must realize there are top 6 colleges which you want to target. 6 colleges. Which colleges are these? IIM Ahmedabad, okay, then IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, IIM Kozhikode. So Kozhikode is in Kerala. Then IIM Lucknow and IIM Indore. These are the 6 oldest IIMs of the country, the 6 oldest IIMs of the country, and the average packages in these colleges can anywhere hover between 30 to 35 lakhs per annum. 30 to 35 lakhs per annum are the salary figures, average salary of students who graduate from these colleges. What can be, these are average numbers. These are average numbers. What can be the top numbers? Top numbers, there is no limit to it. It can anywhere be between 80 to 90 lakhs per annum. 80 to 90 lakhs per annum. Okay. That's what makes it very difficult because so many students aspire to get into an MBA. Okay. As I say, there are over 100, probably 300, 400, 500. I don't know what is the count of B schools in this country. But what matters is not the MBA, but which college did you do it from. If you can get it from the top 6, these are the numbers that you'll aspire to get into. But if you do it from a bottom few, probably you'll not even get a job, right? That's where the problem lies. Okay. Now you know all about the exam. You know all about the exam structure. You know all about the marking scheme. Now you need to know about the syllabus. Now you need to know about the syllabus. Okay. Syllabus for each of the 3 sections. Now your first section is verbal. First section is verbal. Verbal, basically, if you think about it, what is verbal? You can say it's English. It's English, right? If you look at verbal, what we call it in CAT is VARC. It consists of 2 parts, VA and RC. What is RC? RC is reading comprehension. What is RC? RC is reading comprehension. So basically, you will be given around 4 passages, okay? 4 passages, and there will be questions based on them. You got to answer those questions. These are not database. The answers are not hidden in the passage. These are rather inference based, meaning you got to read the passage, got to understand what the author is trying to say, and then they will try to ask you questions based on your understanding. These are objective questions, okay? Objective. Now, one thing I must add here is every question, okay? Every question has got 4 alternatives, Every objective question, okay, has got 4 choice. Okay? One is correct out of the 4. There are, however, in recent years, there has, however, been a concept called theta. What is theta? Theta means type in the answer. So theta means type in the answer. Basically, I'm trying to say without option. It is not descriptive. You just need to type in the answer. Let's say answer is 75. You need to type 75 using the keyboard or an online screen calculator, which will be available to you. So nothing is descriptive, but yeah, theta has been introduced for in the last 4-5 years. Before that, it was only multiple choice. Okay. So RC constitutes about 70 to 80% weightage. 70 to 80% weightage is RC. So if you know how to read passages well, if you are able to do it fast, don't forget the time limit. You will be through. You will be through in the RC section. What else is there? VA is there. What is VA? VA is verbal ability. Correct? In the verbal ability, what is tested? You are tested on critical reasoning. What is critical reasoning, by the way? Critical reasoning, as an example, could be the author will say, you know what? The government of India plans to abolish the farm laws in the country. And they will give you 3 reasons. Let's say they will ask you which of these reasons strengthens the government's arguments or strengthens the government's intention. Or it can ask you which of these three reasons weakens the government's intention to abolish the farm laws in the country. That's an example of critical reasoning. Another example of verbal ability could be grammar, right? The weightage of grammar has gone down, but nevertheless, grammar is taught in your CAT preparation, and you never know which year grammar might reappear again. It has not appeared in the last 4 5 years, but again, CAT is known for surprises, so it might reappear anytime. But what is most important is you doing well in RCs. If you are able to get the RCs correct, you are able to read a passage, understand the passage, and then get the multiple choice questions correct, you will score a very, very high percentile in the CAT on your verbal section. Correct? Next is LRDI. The next section in your CAT is LRDI. Okay. Now, what is LRDI? LRDI is basically, if I were to tell you in one word, it is puzzles and graphs. Puzzles and graphs. Puzzles and graphs. Okay. Now, the good part about puzzles and graphs is, I think the best part is everyone starts at ground zero. Ground zero. Everyone starts at ground zero. You know what? You might be a genius in English. You might have always studied in a convent school, or probably you might have studied in a vernacular school because of which you feel your English is poor. Fine. That's for your verbal section. But what about LRDI? None of you have done puzzles before. We will teach you puzzles right from scratch, and puzzles are required to be solved within 4 5 minutes. Every puzzle needs to be solved, and then there are graphs. Graphs would be, let's say, graphs like this. Percentage increase. There can be graphs like this. Then they will ask you, where is the highest percentage increase, highest percentage decrease? Which year did the maximum revenues, maximum number of goods were sold? Such cases, right? Such are examples of graphs. As I said, the best part about puzzles is everyone starts at the same level. None of you, whether you are an engineer or whether you are a science graduate or an economics honors, you have not done puzzles before. So you need to start early and you need to master puzzles. That is it. If you are able to do that, you know what? You will be brilliant in the LRDI section of the CAT. In recent years, the second characteristic of this section is, in recent years, this section has become a bit difficult. Okay, the difficulty level is increasing and students often complain that they are hardly able to solve 2 or 3 puzzles in the exam. So there are generally around 6 to 7 puzzles, okay, and one puzzle will contain 4 questions. So if you do into 4, you will have anyway a number between 24 to 28 questions, right? Could be anyone. So it could be even 5 puzzles. In that case, 20 questions. But yeah, you got to practice a lot. And we in Unacademy put a lot of emphasis on LRDI because this is where, believe, minimum input, maximum output. Just need to study a bit, and you do that, you can master this section. So we put a lot of emphasis because we believe that even in last year, we in Unacademy had 100 percentile, all India topper in the LRDI section. So yes, you can also be a master in LRDI. Fine. The third part is quants. Quants, I'm going to run you through a table. Quants, I'm going to run you through a table of the chapters which are there in quants. Okay. So in quants or in maths, you have got around 21 chapters. I'm going to divide this 21 chapters into 7 blocks. The first 7 chapters are on arithmetic. Okay. What is arithmetic? Which chapters do we have? We have percentage, profit loss discount, ratio proportion variation, average mixtures allegations, simple interest, compound interest, installments, time and distance, time and work. These 7 chapters. I must tell you, these 7 chapters are the most important for your CAT, and they constitute around 35 to 40% weightage. 35 to 40% weightage in the exam, right? And they're all up till your class 10 syllabus. But definitely a class 10 student will not be able to solve. Syllabus is up till 10. But questions are going to be tricky, and you need to apply a lot of shortcuts to solve these questions within the least possible time allotted. Correct? The second block, if you see, is algebra. Sequence, series, and progressions, and it goes up till functions and graphs. So this portion is the block 2. I love to see the quants chapters in blocks. What are the chapters in algebra? Sequence, series, and progressions, polynomials and linear equations, quadratic and higher order equations, modulus and inequality, algebraic maxima and minima, functions and graphs. The weightage for this is around 30% weightage for algebra. 30% weightage for algebra. The third block, yes. So first block is arithmetic, most important. Next is algebra. The third block is geometry and related chapters. Geometry, mensuration and related chapters. Correct? So which chapters are we talking about? Geometry, logarithm, indices and surds, trigonometry, coordinate geometry, mensuration. Mensuration is all about 3D mensuration. So it can be a prism, a frustum of a cone, a cube, a cuboid, and all of it, right? Geometry. Geometry will be around 20% weightage, will be around 20 to 25% weightage in your CAT. So this portion is geometry. The next portion is PNC and probability. PNC and probability. Do you see this? Number 9, PNC and probability. Number 16. 9 and 16, we call it modern maths. We call it modern maths, which consists of 2 chapters. Correct? PNC and probability. So modern maths is this, number 9 and number 16. So that's constitute the remaining portion. Okay. And one more chapter is remaining, which itself is a block because it is very vast. Time number system. So you have this block of number system. Correct? So remaining whatever I wrote. So I wrote arithmetic 35%, algebra around 30%, geometry around 20-25%. The remaining percentage weightage is for number system and PNC and probability. Now what you see on your screen, you see on the headers, completed quants courses and number of hours of recordings on plus. This was for the last year, 2021 batch. For 2021 batch, this is what we did. Every chapter, how many hours has been taught on Unacademy. Every unique question and then last 25-year question papers, mock papers have been solved. As an example, if you take, let's say, average mixtures allocations. On Unacademy, the chapter we have done it for 8 long hours. 8 long hours. Every possible question has been solved, including last 25-year CAT papers has been solved live. We also conduct separate doubt clearing sessions. Chapters like geometry started from ground zero. We completed 22 hours in geometry. Every question in greater details, including any theorem that you need to know. So we don't assume that you know something, but we start from the very basic and reach till the CAT level. So this is an example of what is going to be planned for you this year. Last year it was 200. This year we'll try to have it for 250 to 300 hours. The 21 chapters in quants. Correct? Having said that, I am just about to begin the courses for 2022 batch. The courses and batches are starting for the 2022 batch, right? So for 2022 batch, a Sunrisers batch starts, okay, on November 24th. November 24th is the start date. Why is it called Sunrisers? Because it is an early morning batch. It is an early morning batch. So every morning, okay, every morning, so you'll have alternate days. Let's say you'll have the exact schedule when you join. Let's say Monday and Wednesday, as an example I'm giving, you'll have classes on, let's say, quants. Okay. Then where Tuesday and Thursdays, you're going to have classes on LRDI, early morning. What is the timing early morning? Around 8 a.m. So when you join, you'll get the exact details. Early morning, quants will be at 7 a.m. and then LRDI will be at 8 a.m. Right? Alternate days. So 1.5 hour classes each. So Monday and Wednesday quants 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and Tuesdays and Thursdays LRDI 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. And similarly, 2 days. So it could be Friday and Saturday. So two of the days, right? You will have verbal. This course, when I say a batch, what is a batch? Everything is going to get started from scratch and we are going to do everything in details. So you don't have to search for multiple courses and multiple batches. Just follow this batch and it starts from November 24th, which is 4 days from today. 4 days from today, 2022 CAT batch starts. Going to be taken by top educators on Unacademy. Top educators from Unacademy is going to take this batch live. I am taking LRDI in this batch. I am taking LRDI in this batch, and LRDI is going to start from December 7th. Okay. Every topic will be discussed in details, and it will be helpful for those of you who are preparing for the CAT 2022 exam. Remember, if you are subscribing, I mean, for you to access these batches, you got to subscribe to Unacademy Plus. Okay. Got to subscribe to Unacademy Plus. To subscribe to Unacademy Plus, you need to use my invite code, or you can use this code Parikshit Live, right? What is this code do you see on your screen? Parikshit Live. You got to be using this code. Why? Two benefits. Benefit number one, when you use the code Parikshit Live, you will get maximum discounts on your subscription price. So whatever the price, you're going to get maximum discounts if you're going to use this code Parikshit Live. Point number two, Parikshit Live, this code will also give you free mentorship. I repeat, yeah, and you heard it correct. Free mentorship from my side. What is free mentorship? Free mentorship is all about helping you beyond your class hours. Let's say you are practicing from a book. Let's say you're practicing a mock paper. Let's say you want to help prepare a schedule. You want some help preparing a study schedule. All sorts of help that you need. But beyond the class hours, see, during the class, every student is gonna, all your doubts gonna be clarified. But beyond the class hours, if you have queries and doubts, right? And if you have subscribed to Unacademy Plus using the code Parikshit Live, you will also get free mentorship apart from the maximum discounts that I already talked about. Some students often ask, sir, if I join using your code, do I get access to every educator? Absolutely. You join using the code Parikshit Live, you will get access to all educators on Unacademy. 40-50 educators are there. You will get access to all educators and all courses, be it Quants, Verbal or LRDI. Be it Quants, Verbal or LRDI. So one subscription gives you access to all courses on Unacademy. Okay. And yes, the iconic plan is also there. But yeah, you might not go for the iconic plan. If you wish, you can go for the plus subscription as well, because the free mentorship will be provided by me on the plus plan, provided you join using my code Parikshit Live. But yeah, iconic subscription is also available for those of you who are interested in one-to-one live doubt clearing sessions and concept discussion session with experts. The 10-day countdown to the CAT 2021 series. So if you are preparing for the CAT this year, 2021, just 10 more days remaining, and you got to be mastering the concepts. Last minute preparation there on Unacademy. Do enroll. And how to start CAT 2022 preparation. Everything has been discussed in details in our Unacademy classes. So the CAT Mega Combat is also scheduled for the 21st of November. Do register. And yeah, anytime you have doubts, make use of the Ask a Doubt feature on Unacademy. That is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the class, and I believe that you are gonna benefit from it. Any queries, any doubts, you can always post your comments. Post your comments right in the YouTube video, and I'm gonna try my best to answer all your queries. That is it for today. I wish you the very best as you start your CAT 2022 preparation, and I'll be really glad if I can be a part of this wonderful journey of yours. Thank you. Stay safe, and I'm going to see you in my next session. Bye for now.